Joining me now on the WION Newsroom is Aditya Juneja, who will give us all the insights in the world of business. Miraj Shah, who will give us all the updates on the developments in tech world. And Atara Sasitharan will get us all the updates from the world of sports. And we begin by going over to Aditya. Over to you for market updates, Aditya.
Well, thank you, Jyotsna. Safe haven demand is driving year-end market moves. Asian markets are ending the year on a strong footing, with regional stocks climbing to 6-week highs and risk appetite improving despite thin holiday trading. But the real action is in precious metals. Gold and silver have both hit record highs, driven by a softer US dollar, expectations of future Fed rate cuts and heavy central bank buying. Gold is now up more than 70% this year, its strongest annual gain since 1979. Investors are clearly hedging against currency debasement, rising global debt and geopolitical uncertainty. And within this metals boom, platinum has emerged as the standout performer of 2025. The metal delivered one of the most dramatic rallies across global asset classes. Prices are up around 146% over the past year, driven by a tight supply outlook, strong industrial demand and renewed investor interest. Unlike gold, platinum's rally is also closely tied to real economy demand. Supply disruption and underinvestment in mining have further tightened the market, amplifying price gains. But while metals are soaring, currency markets still a far more cautious story, especially in India. The Indian rupee is ending the year on a weak but stable note. The currency hovers just below the psychologically important 90 per dollar mark. After touching record levels earlier, the currency has been held in check by central bank intervention. Traders say the broader bias remains one of gradual depreciation, with foreign investors pulling nearly $18 billion out of Indian equities so far this year. This marks the worst annual outflow on record. And finally, Japan has unveiled its biggest budget ever. Japan has approved a record 122.3 trillion yen budget for the next fiscal year. Nearly 9 trillion yen has been embarked for defense, including funding for advanced coastal defense systems. But markets are uneasy. Japan already has the highest debt to GDP ratio among major economies. Investor fear further spending could deepen pressure on bonds and weaken the yen further. And that's a wrap from the world of business. Now for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Miraj.
Thank you, Adya. Now the Indian Army has revised its social media policy, allowing military personnel limited but passive access to platforms like Instagram, X, YouTube and Quora. Officers and soldiers can now view content and gain information, but posting, commenting, sharing or messaging remains strictly prohibited. LinkedIn can be used for professional purposes, but limited use of communication apps like WhatsApp, Signal and Telegram is allowed as well, but only for unclassified exchanged with verified contacts. Now, the revised guidelines partially relax the 2020 ban, which instructed Indian military personnel to shut down their social media accounts on platforms including Facebook, Instagram and X, citing security concerns. The restrictions haven't been removed for Facebook, which continues to remain banned for all military personnel. 2 days after India's National Cyber Security Agency CERT issued a potential WhatsApp vulnerability, Madhya Pradesh Cyber Cell clarified that the warning was preventive in nature and that its checks have not revealed any confirmed account takeovers or system-wide breaches of the messaging app. CERT's warning had led to a great deal of speculation that accounts were being hacked at scale. Social media and messaging groups were flooded with claims of active WhatsApp breaches, but the Cyber Cell issued a statement that urges users to follow basic safety measures, including enabling two-step verification, checking linked devices, and avoiding clicking unknown links or sharing codes. It's also clarified that WhatsApp core security remains intact. The agency did reiterate that CERT's alert was meant to raise awareness, not signal an active attack. Finally, Microsoft and a senior engineer employed at the tech giant have both issued statements to clarify that Windows is not being written in the Rust programming language. The clarification comes after Galen Hunt, the engineer in question, put out a LinkedIn job post that, according to Hunt, was misinterpreted. In the post, Hunt had written that his long-term goal was to remove C and C++ from Microsoft's code bases using AI and algorithmic tools to rewrite large amounts of code. Following widespread speculation and backlash, Microsoft has clarified that Windows is in fact not being written in Rust and that C, C++ and Rust will continue to coexist across its products based on use case and performance needs. That's it from the world of tech. For sports, it's over to you, Athara.
Thank you so much, Miraj, for all the tech updates. Now let's look at the top sports stories we are tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with cricket first. where in Ashes 20 wickets fell on the first day of the fourth test in Melbourne. England skipper Ben Stokes won the toss and elected to bowl first. The England bowlers were on target, managing to bundle out Australia for 152 runs in 45.2 overs. Josh Tongue claimed 5 wickets for the visitors. However, once again England's batters failed to deliver and the 3 Lions were bowled out for 110. Michael Nesser took 4 wickets and Scott Boland picked up 3 wickets for the host. The 20 wickets to fall marks the most on the opening day of an Ashes since 1909. It surpassed the 19 wickets that fell on the first day of the Ashes test in Perth. Staying with cricket, Virat Kohli continued his blistering form in the ongoing Vijay Hazare Trophy, while Rohit Sharma suffered a forgetful outing. Kohli made 77 against Gujarat in his second match of the ongoing tournament for Delhi. Kohli scored 131 against Andhra in a closed-door match earlier this week. Meanwhile, Rohit Sharma was dismissed for a golden duck in the match between Mumbai and Uttarakhand. The former India captain was dismissed by Devendra Singh Bora in the very first over. On Wednesday, Rohit had delivered a sensational match-winning performance, scoring 155 off 94 balls for Bombay against Sikkim. Over in football now, one of Scotland's finest ever footballers, John Robertson, has died at the age of 72. Robertson was a key figure in the Nottingham Forest side that famously won back-to-back European Cups in 1979 and 1980. He first joined Forest in 1970 and was there till 1983 before rejoining the club for a single season in 1985. Robertson made more than 500 appearances for Forest, scoring 95 goals. In 2015, Robertson topped a poll by the Nottingham Post of favourite all-time Forest players. Well, with that, we have come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Jyotsna.
Well, thank you so much, Atra, for all the updates on sports, Miraj for the updates on tech, and Adya for all the updates from business. Thank you so much for joining us.